Driver jumps curb during wild police chase. Highlights. Suspect in alleged stolen car chase leads authorities on dangerous, reckless chase. Here's a look at the most surprising moments during Friday's wild chase of a suspect in a stolen car. A man has been arrested after leading police on a nearly hour-long chase through Los Angeles. A reckless driver in an allegedly stolen car led the Los Angeles Police Department on a wild chase through Los Angeles County, before escaping near Downey. The driver let his passenger off before leading police for another 15 minutes.
You can clearly see it right there. That passenger ready to jump out. Well, jump out, just kind of got out of the car. Standing there, I'm sure it's one of those officers who's going to ask that lady if she needs a little help or maybe have some information about that driver. But clearly you saw that passenger getting out. I don't know if this is where that driver says, okay, you know what? That was my conscience. Now I'm just going to go ahead and drive a little crazier. Because a lot of times you got to wonder when these chases are going on, especially if there's more than one person in the car, if one of the people in there is maybe the voice of reason. Right now, though, you can see it, that vehicle driving a lot faster ever since that lady got out of that vehicle, making a hard turn there. LAPD still in pursuit, though. Got cars on the ground, helicopter in the air. We're right next to Long Beach Airport, so Jeff's job is going to be a little bit tougher right now. And when I say Jeff, I mean my pilot this afternoon. He's at the tiller of Skyfox, and he's
Los Angeles, California, Friday, September 20th, 2024. A suspect in a stolen car leads a wild, reckless, bizarre chase, Friday in the Norwalk area. The chase, which began after an LAPD traffic stop near San Pedro, escalated through multiple neighborhoods before ending in a foot chase and the suspect's arrest. The chase was captured on camera in Long Beach around 12:40 p.m., as the suspect was recklessly navigating city streets and highways. The vehicle, believed to be stolen, was seen driving at high speeds on surface streets, swerving through intersections, driving on the wrong side of the street, and even driving on sidewalks. During the chase, the passenger door of the vehicle was seen opening before the female passenger later jumped out of the vehicle near the intersection of Redondo Avenue and Willow Street in Long Beach. The door was opened as the driver of the chase led police on a chase. The male passenger of the vehicle exited the vehicle and the chase continued.
Gets back into their jurisdiction. They already have some other plans that might bring this pursuit to an end. They've got some tricks in their bag.
The woman's connection to the driver is unknown. She did not appear to be injured, and it is unclear if she was involved in the crime. During the chase, the suspect drove his vehicle over the median curb in the opposite direction of traffic. The suspect also drove his vehicle over the median curb and in the opposite direction of traffic Friday afternoon, while leading authorities on a dangerous pursuit. The suspect continued to drive erratically, at one point speeding on sidewalks and driving on the wrong side of the road. The chase ended dramatically when the vehicle stopped at a dead end near Jesse Street and Stangate Avenue. The driver exited the vehicle and fled on foot, prompting LAPD officers to embark on a tense chase through the area.
Just driving in a long time, more or less, in a chase. Look at those high speeds, those 60 miles an hour, talking about blowing red lights. We just saw this vehicle do that just now. A little bit of a hard turn there, probably got some traffic up ahead. I'm going to stay a little bit wider so we can keep an eye on what's going on. Looks like another solid red right there, making that decision, making a bad decision, getting onto the wrong side of the road. That LAPD officer, though, staying on the right side of the road. I wonder if they're going to try to cross over, what was going to happen then, but you can see all that traffic, that vibe continuing to stay on the wrong side of the road. LAPD going around. Oh, look at these guys. They really want to bring this thing to an end. Stolen vehicle. That's, you know, you hear that sometimes and you just wonder, well, it's a Pontiac vibe. You know, why not? But you just kind of wonder. There's got to be something else to it. That driver right there, very agitated. We've been taking, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. We've been taking a look at these shots every now and then, and it has been interesting interesting to see that driver in there, very agitated, with looking around and not paying attention clearly, but not as much as you'd hope. Looking around, trying to see what's going on around him. You don't want a driver that's driving at 80 miles an hour on surface streets, running red lights. Very dangerous. Another unusual hard turn right there, going into a neighborhood. I kind of wonder why they did that. It's one of those ones where, you stop trying to wonder why, Stu. Just kind of watch it. But this driver's continuing to try to get away. These high speeds, though, very dangerous. I'm pretty worried about public safety and, of course, that driver as well.
A wild end to a dangerous chase. A dangerous pursuit involving a stolen vehicle ended dramatically Friday afternoon. The man was traveling at speeds of 15 miles per hour. He ran through residential streets, but didn't get very far. An officer was pursuing him from behind and quickly tackled him, knocking him to the ground. The suspect was taken into custody without further incident.
At CHP not involved. They were going to try to hand it off when it was onto the. I don't even want to poke any kind of fun at this one. This one is just too dangerous. That hard turn into oncoming traffic, high speeds, and plus that LAPD, they kind of got dropped back a little bit. I'm not sure if they're dropping out altogether. I can tell you the helicopter not letting this go. Another red light. I thought he was going to try to join traffic. He actually weaved his way through there. That little car just making its way this afternoon. That driver, you know what? If he's got luck in the bank, he is running low right now. They continuing on, but now at least he's looking forward for most of the driving. Let me go a little bit wider. I'm trying to hear on the scanner if they actually are staying behind it. I know that helicopter's still above it, but again, you got to wonder, why is he continuing to be so reckless? Why is he keeping up these high speeds? There is nobody behind him. That guy in that center, in that gore point, you got to wonder what that guy was thinking, having this car rushing towards him. There we go. LAPD back into the chase, and keep matching the energy of that driver. This is really something to watch this afternoon. LAPD, those guys trained in these type of pursuits, trained for high-speed driving. That driver, that vibe, probably not so much. And we saw how poor the performance is at high speeds if that vehicle tries to stop or even tries to make a quick lane change. We've seen this thing sliding all. My gosh.
Oh my gosh, he's just gliding. He's gliding. It's almost like you're watching someone on the ice, right? The way he's just gliding in and out of lanes there.
Yes, definitely, and it also kind of gives you this feeling that he may have no control, like serious control of that vehicle, especially at those high speeds. I am concerned clearly of all the public involved, and then after that, definitely about that driver. Keeping an eye on him there. This is one of those times where we can really get a close shot of him. You can see him. It seems to be a white male behind the wheel, and just driving. And when I do those tight shots, every now and then you'll get a glimpse of what's flying by him. Those are other vehicles. If right now we're down to about 50 miles an hour, that's probably, he might be trying to do a pit. That officer might actually be trying to do a pit.
Awfully close to the vehicle. He is matching the energy of that driver. Sometimes when the chase gets too dangerous, we see police back off, right? They don't want to endanger the public. But in this case, it's interesting to see that the police vehicle is trying to basically catch up, perhaps do a pit maneuver on this vehicle. And there
Definitely.
you go.
Maybe it's a pit, maybe it's command presence. Who knows? But that what's going on there? What's going on there? Making a turn. I don't know if he's making a U-turn. We got some trees in the way. I guess he's continuing on, just following the LAPD. Let's see what happens right there. Yep, there he goes. But you can see him just moving around, very agitated in that driver's seat, just zipping around, looking back and forth. It also looks like it might be a bicycle or a wheelchair in that back of that car. Just more questions. We'll just keep coming out here. But this driving, I'm just saying, if he's got an angel with him, that angel's going to be having working overtime, keeping everybody else safe, going on the wrong side of the road again. And, you're right. You just kind of wonder, LAPD so many times in the past, because of the policies and the changes, and stolen vehicle, you got to wonder, why are they continuing on with this chase when you know, a lot of times they could just follow along. You know, this is one of those ones, driving across the curb, getting onto one of those little side streets right there, making his way into a neighborhood. He is starting to put the little space between him. Well, I guess not. One of those LAPD officers not even giving up at all. But it does look like maybe he's looking for a place to pull over. We saw him I just saw him make that little kind of like getting over to the curb type of thing. Maybe this is an area that he knows, but I can tell you, LAPD getting very, very close. A little bit of a dead end. There you go. Out and running.
And the car's still on.
Out and running. Yep, car's still going, but it's kind of bumped into some gating right there. Wow, look at this guy go 15 miles an hour. I love Sky Fox and Attack. He's holding it. I couldn't do that. I'm out of breath just watching. And he's continuing on. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know what? That wheelchair, definitely not for him if that was in the back of that car. I can tell you that. And, you know, this is one of the ones. He's running through that neighborhood. LAPD not going to be able to follow with a car. I can hear the helicopter calling out streets. They're going to keep an eye on it. This might turn into something else. And the speeds of this guy, look at this. Look, oh my goodness. He's slowing down a little bit, but how long has he been running? Almost 30 seconds, maybe a minute flat out. This guy has got some energy. That is for sure. LAPD though, I hear the ship in my other ear. He's calling out locations and streets. I know there's a black and white might be getting close by. Now my concern is if he tries to get into somebody's home. What? There's an LAPD officer behind him. Oh my gosh. How far has this guy been running? Oh, this is, you know what? I think in the end, they're just going to call up. Taser's out for sure. And, he's going to tase him. Oh, tase him on the run. Oh. Boom! Boom! Right behind a tree. Always behind a tree.
High speed and crazy chases and the most prominent clips are on the High Speed channel page. Activate the notification bell to receive all that is new, and we are happy to have you subscribe to the channel at Chases 2 and happy days to all.